So Rob Barrett, now we know him for his unique and always entertaining recipes on Twin Cities Live. Tries to make things that are easy for those of us who don't always cook.
Yeah, he's great at it, but you might not know that Rob hosts an internet show called Cooking for Dads. So we reference this a lot, but we've never really gotten to go behind the scenes. It's pretty interesting that he does all of this because Rob actually has a background in music. So Emily is going to show us how he went from writing jingles for corporate America to creating his own food show.
Hi, my name is Rob Barrett, and you're watching Cooking for Dads. Today, we're going to show you how to make Tater Tot Hotdish. Now,
Rob Barrett cooks a lot, but he says he's anything but a chef. He's much more comfortable with the title of hack cook.
so a lot of it's serendipitous cooking, just kind of out of what we have around.
But when his buddies were asking for suggestions on meals, he decided there are probably a lot of people who could use some advice.
Our dad's going to be doing more cooking or less cooking. You got high divorce rates, you got a lot of unemployment, you have dual income. So we thought this is going to be a growing segment rather than just, something that's on its way out. For filling, you can put in whatever you want. I'm going to put in just some cheese.
So before all of those how-to videos became popular, he decided to jump on an opportunity to help other dads.
What if we do a visual recipe where we even go through the store and we say, buy one of these, buy two of these, and then we do every aspect of the cooking, from chopping the onions to every bit, and then they see it done. I think they could do it.
Rob's first episode aired on YouTube in September of 2007, and on a whim, he called it Cooking for Dads.
And then we were kind of editing it, and I gave my wife veto power. I said, if you don't want me to put this up, you can just say, no, this isn't going to work for us. And so we watched the very first episode. It was red pepper and sausage pasta, and we did it. And the kids and everyone came downstairs. I edited it together. They came down, they watched it. She turned around and gave me a high five and said, sure, why not?
She wasn't the only one who believed in the show.
Well, I put up two of these episodes, and we did a little press kit, and within 12 minutes, I had my first interview.
12 minutes?
12 minutes later, right. So it's like, wow, there's something here, Scramble that all together.
Rob was suddenly getting calls from New York City.
We went from this kitchen, and in just over a year, we're on the Today Show. Just filming stuff like this, and in the New York Times, USA Today, all these major national things. It was on the Barbara Walters special.
Really?
Yeah, a little clip of it was on the 2007 Most Interesting People.
Pretty amazing when you consider Rob's show is pretty low-key. His buddy Tim helps with lighting and shooting, and then Rob edits. Rob still teaches music at an area college and manages to find a way to use both talents together.
We did this opera recipe for Rice Krispie bars with closed captioning for the opera impaired.
Add the Rice Krispies.
And then it blew out, and there was this big choir in opera.
1/2 stick of butter and add 10 ounces of miniature marshmallows.
Like, what were we thinking, But that was probably the funniest and the most bizarre thing that I've done maybe in my life.
They've aired close to 200 episodes, and some of the videos have had more than 280,000 views, many of them from all over the world.
So that's how you make Tater Tot Hotdish.
And it's not just dads who are getting something out of it. Moms and even kids use his recipes, making dinner together a priority again.
That's so fulfilling. I didn't expect that. I was not going into this thinking, oh, this will just really change people's lives, but in some ways it has. I'm Rob Barrett.
And I'm Emily Engberg with Twin Cities Live.
And you're watching Cooking for Dads. Cook well. It's worth it.
So now we're going to put him to work. He's going to make his Tater Tot Hotdish here. And by the way, that choir thing, I saw the whole thing.
Me too.
It's one of the weirdest darn things I've ever seen in my life.
It's so cool, though.
The goal with the choir and the opera was like to have you watch it late at night and then wake up in the morning and say, did I see that?
Yeah. This guy shot alternative endings for it, too.
Oh, yeah, the end. You gotta watch all the endings. Because once the ideas start flowing, you know how it is. You just kind of get going.
Was the deal with the show that you got on the game so early? Because 2007, you think about like posting something on YouTube then.
Yeah.
That's really early on.
The #1 videos at that point had between 1 million and 2 million views.
Okay.
So that was the biggest stuff. Wow. And so there are I'm kind of the grandfather of like the YouTube show and of cooking shows. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 of us that started at Food Wishes, Chef Tips, Where's the Curry, those guys.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, we're still going 4 years, 5 years later, but it was, it was kind of the Wild West You know, I think my show was the first one that was sponsored on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Kowalski sponsored a whole bunch of episodes. And I think that was the first time someone, you know, they took the leap. They took the leap to sponsoring, you know, a YouTube show, which was never done
Sure.
up
Yeah,
to that
that
point.
is
So-
Now it happens way too much.
Oh, you know, and
Right,
what is
make
fun
it
is that
people.
you're making easy things, but you're also bringing Minnesota classics to all those 288,000 people who are watching all over, and you're making your Tater Tot Hotdish.
Well, we've made some really unique and really complicated things here before, but you know, sometimes you overestimate what people want. I mean, like I thought, Tater Tot Hotdish, you know, everyone knows that. I'm not going to even do that. And people are like, never heard of it. And even on the show, you've never made Tater Tot Hotdish.
I don't think we have.
So I'm going to show you the easiest possible way. What I try to do, there's lots of ways to do this.
Yeah.
You know, there's 35 different versions of Tater Tot Hotdish up here.
Right.
You know, what I try to do is make the very simplest version, and then you can, of course, add to it if you want.
Okay.
We're going to start with 1 pound of ground beef and a handful of onions. We're going to cook that up. I've already done that. And now to drain it, what I like to do is to take some paper towels, put it in a bowl,
Okay.
and pour it over that, and then the grease kind of drains into there.
So you notice that when Rob said, I've got ground beef and then a handful of onions, you're not that big on measuring.
No, you know, some of the guys that I was friends with, if they had to measure out an 1/8 teaspoon of something, they're not going to do it. So
Yeah.
I try to rework
Because
everything.
they don't know where the measuring spoons are in the
Right,
kitchen.
and they, you know, it's just kind of a mental block. Forget it. They're just not going to do it. So I try to rework everything to either a handful or a spoonful.
Okay.
Okay.
Or you know, a pound or whatever. So anyways, we're going to get a 9x9 pan. We're going to dump out our beef,
Yeah.
not roast beef.
That worked out great.
Yeah, and so you can shake out a little bit, and you've just got
You
the
got a
grease.
greasy paper towel.
Shake
Greasy
a
paper
shake.
towel.
Shake
Right.
a shake. Am I helping you?
You are helping a lot. Why don't you cut open the frozen vegetables? This is a mixed vegetable medley, and you're going to make a level of that.
Okay.
On there, we're going to spread that out. And John, why don't you open up the soup as well?
Okay, I
This
got the
is
soup.
cream of celery soup.
Oh,
You
man.
can also use cream of mushroom, but of course I don't like mushrooms. So,
Oh,
Neither do I, but I like celery.
so here's the question: does anyone actually
Yeah.
just eat cream of celery soup?
No, I mean, who would do that?
would? It's like, oh, hey kids, tonight we're having cream of celery soup. Oh, yay, my favorite.
Oh, celery cream. I
Right,
love
right.
it.
All right, so
just pour it on there?
Well, you like to dump it out in the perfect way, but you have to spoon it out. It doesn't come
okay.
out. So spoon it out.
Spoon a spoon.
Yep,
Here
and
we
you're
go.
gonna make one
And
layer
then
of that.
We're gonna top it with the old tater tots.
Right, so you would get all that out and kind of spread that around.
Yeah, I'll just keep working
Okay,
on it.
that's
yeah?
good.
And
You're doing
then how
awesome.
long do you bake?
You're gonna put it in the oven, 350 for
Okay.
45 minutes to an hour. Depends on how frozen your tater tots are.
Smells
really.
pretty good. I don't think I've ever had that
Well,
before.
tonight for dinner, you can try that.
This
maybe.
looks
It'll-
pretty good. All right.
Okay.
Now we'll just make one layer of tater tots, and if you want to grab the cheese.
Yes.
I got the tots over here.
And you
Tots.
gotta get the one.
Good,
you
good,
got
good,
one
good.
bubbling
You
away
want
in the oven.
one layer of tater tots.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a few extra tater tots, is there?
You can have too many tater tots. That is the issue.
All
And
right.
the finished product, of course, careful.
It's hot.
This is really hot.
I'll move this one, and voila, everybody! How
Right,
good does
tater
that
tot
look?
hot dish.
Oh my gosh, looks so good.
Totally want to dive into that. So we have
All
this
right.
recipe, and
Yeah.
we've got a link to Rob's site
Get in on it.
and his Cooking for Dads
have to
on our
try it.
website, TwinCitiesLive.com. We're diving in.
Now, Emily had never had it before. It was her very first bite.
Oh, man.
So we
This is
taped
like-
her reaction, of
This
course.
brings me back to Messiah Lutheran Church potlucks,
I mean-
baby. Yeah. Mhm. All
I
right.
don't know if I've ever had something this good.
It's so good.
Oh,
Coming
you're
up,
so sweet.
designer wallets for half the price. That's today's super bargain. And Emily takes us to a rustic